Hello Cancers, and welcome to your April 2026 monthly horoscope. My name is Justina. Welcome. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back and thank you for joining me today. So here today we are going to explore the energies of April 2026, and I'll tell you how the events of April will influence your life on a deeper level. I follow Western astrology, tropical zodiac, and these horoscopes are most accurate for your rising sign, aka ascendant sign, and you can also watch them for your moon sign or your sun sign if you wish, just to get a bigger picture and a wider perspective upon your life. So thank you very much, and let's start from the first event. We've got a full moon in Libra happening on the 2nd of April at 12 degrees of Libra. Now, a full moon, this is the middle of the lunation cycle. This sort of energy is usually associated with turning points and strong realizations. The moon is fully visible in the sky, so our intuition is heightened. Our moods are up and down, so are our emotions. So here, this is happening in your area of home and family dynamics. So generally, something connected to your home and family is reaching a turning point. This will, of course, depend on your circumstances, whether you have any placement at around 12 degrees of one of the cardinal signs, of course, as well, which is Libra, which is Aries, Cancer, or Capricorn. Also, with the Libra energy being associated with balance, anything out of balance becomes very visible and noticeable. So this could be related to anything to do with some shifts and changes happening in your living arrangements, anything to do with some new decisions connected to family. Perhaps you're selling, moving, renovating, and decluttering. This is a great time for decluttering, getting rid of things that you don't need, clearing your wardrobes, clearing your bedrooms. Here Libra energy is associated with bedrooms, so here perhaps you will be implementing some changes in this area of your home, for instance. But overall, this is generally also related to balance between your home and your career as well. The sun in Aries in your 10th house. Now on the 9th, we've got Mars moving into Aries. Mars feels fantastic in Aries, so this is a career momentum. Overall, things are moving forward finally. I know for many Cancer rising, things have been moving slightly slowly, and perhaps there have been shifts and delays with Saturn and Neptune now here in the 10th house. Very often this is connected here to restructure, the need to restructure, or some restructuring happening which might be out of your control in this area of your life. Mars speeds things up. Mars feels comfortable and assertive in the area of career. Remember, Mars will square your Cancer, Capricorn energies. So watch out for any emotional outbursts, especially when Mars will square your ascendant. It's very easy to lose temper and patience. So it's essential to be aware of these energies. If you feel like things are getting out of control, then perhaps it's time to exercise, release the excess of energies, for example. But overall, this energy, which will activate your area of career throughout the majority of April, as of April the 9th through to May, the first part of May at least. This is a forward momentum, a good time for reaching your goals, reaching your milestones associated with your career. It's a good time for looking for a job. Mercury is now out of the retrograde phase as well. This is a time for taking initiative and generally taking something off the ground, reaching your goals, objectives overall. Try to avoid planning anything important, business, career related on the 13th, because we've got Mars and Neptune conjunction. This energy is good for creative work, but not necessarily for any strategic planning or business related work, decisions, etc. This energy can bring a certain degree of uncertainty, and it could be also connected to generally a strong realization that perhaps some structures are dissolving, not working anymore, especially associated with your public life and in your career. Don't make any assumptions, or try not to make any assumptions on this day. Try to gain clarity, and if something isn't clear, ask questions overall. Ensure that expectations are clear in order to avoid any misunderstandings. Now, mid-April brings a shift of energy. Mercury enters Aries, and that's, of course, your 10th house. So yet again, a good good time for looking for a job here. The second part of April, looking for a job, having job interviews as well, and for thinking about your career from a longer perspective, or your public life, your public achievements, worldly, your ambitions. This is generally a kind of energy that could bring, that turns your attention towards any professional life related decisions. Mercury is connected to communication, in our thinking processes. Mercury in the 10th house with Mars, it's likely to be a really busy and active month. So make sure that you also find a healthy balance between your home life and career life, and find time for some activity, rest as well. On April the 16th, we've got a Sun and Chiron conjunction in Aries, also in your 10th house. This could be a slightly vulnerable day, because here with the Sun and Chiron combination in your 10th house, this energy could bring back some unhealed emotions and feelings connected to achievement, your potential, what you think you're capable of. And for example, you struggle with low self-worth or self-esteem, then any criticism, or perhaps if someone has got too high expectations or someone's comment might affect you quite deeply. Listen to your thoughts during this time. Pay attention to any situations that actually make you feel vulnerable on this day, because this could be these unhealed emotions, memories, feelings coming back, resurfacing, and perhaps they are ready to be looked at from a different light perspective. And then this will be a good time for letting go, releasing them as well, acknowledging them at least. Now on the 17th, we've got a new moon in Aries. So yes, yet again, some new beginnings in your career sector, public life. And as you can see, this is a really important month for your career life, for your public life. And for some, this could be some kind of good feedback, a moment of recognition, for example, your job and your position, your project, maybe some shift in your career direction, for example, as well. This is a time to think strategically. There is a sense of completion or culmination in the air, impatience as well, because this new moon is happening at 28 degrees of Aries, which also automatically makes us a little bit impatient or makes us feel like we're running out of time. So this isn't the time to rush. This is a time to make strategic decisions, especially since between the 19th and the 20th, we've got a series of very serious conjunctions between the Mars, Saturn, and Mercury. So this is a kind of energy that requires discipline, responsibility. It's not a time for taking shortcuts. So perhaps you might be making some important decisions, dealing with important paperwork, documents related to some long-term stability or perhaps a career. And this is also a kind of energy that wants you to think in a structured way. This is about structure. This is about strategic planning as well. So think carefully. Don't rush. Think carefully, because the decisions you make now, especially these long-term decisions, will also impact your life, your career, public life in the long term. Now on the 20th, the Sun moves into Taurus. So that's your 11th house. So that's your area of friendships, teamwork, group involvement, collaborations, long-term goals, aspirations could be on your mind throughout Taurus season. So it's a good time to engage in group activities, in teamwork, networking. It's a good time to get yourself out there. It's not a time to hide away. Wait until Gemini season. This will be a time for withdrawal, reflection, contemplation. Taurus season for you is a time of visibility, time to take action. Get yourself out there. Jupiter is now in a direct motion, your first house. This is the time for seizing opportunities that emerge, because they will disappear. So here, that's the energy of Taurus. And then on the 24th, we've got Venus and Uranus conjoining in Taurus. That's your 11th house. A day of surprises on the 24th at 29 degrees. Anything can happen in a positive sense, of course, because this energy could bring some unexpected opportunities, developments in the area of friendships, or it might involve friends. It might involve the social groups that you belong to. Perhaps some opportunities for teamwork, for working with others on a mutual project. For example, maybe a friend might surprise you with some great opportunity, for instance, as well. Maybe you will meet someone in some unusual circumstances. Maybe you will join a group or leave a group. So generally here, this alignment brings a really, really refreshing sense of freedom, especially in social environments, situations, group dynamics as well. Now, as we end the month, you will begin to feel this energy as of the 24th already, 24th, 26th, Uranus enters Gemini. That's your 12th house. You had this taste of this energy last year between July and November. So here, the 12th house energy, of course, is very internal. So it's about inner processing, healing, reflection overall as well. This over more or less a 7-year cycle, and this cycle brings internal changes. So for many, this could manifest as a spiritual awakening, a greater spiritual awareness. Perhaps if you've been struggling with alcohol or cigarette addictions, this cycle can help you to break away from this addiction, from this habit. It's a good time for breaking away from negative habits that you have been wanting to break away from for quite some time. This energy brings a sense of liberation, brings an element of rebellious energy that helps you to break free from what doesn't serve you more. But this is a time of letting go, releasing of what doesn't serve you, because you will be reinventing yourself on a massive scale in about 7 years when Uranus enters Cancer. So it's a very transformative energy in your 12th house, but happening on the inside. So it's anything to do with any fears, phobias, habits. This is a time of a liberation from these internal negative energies, but at the same time, it's a time of spiritual awakening as well on a deeper scale as you prepare for this brand new cycle to begin. All right, so thank you so much. It's all the very best, and until the next time, bye for now.